Good morning, YouTube. It's Jeffrey Howell Carpet Cleaning. We are out in Gresham, Oregon today, and we have ourselves a townhouse to clean. It's a new house that people are moving into, and we've never cleaned the carpets here before, obviously, because I've never been here. And so we'll walk through this. You'll see it the same as myself. It looks like we have laminate flooring down below. And so we'll head on upstairs. So obviously we got ourselves a stairway, soiled, not terribly soiled. I take that back. I think this is actually a move out. So we do have some, it looks like urine spots at the top of the stairways. We've got a bedroom in here with a couple spots. That could be drink or coffee that spilled out around a chair. Don't really know for sure, but I don't see any particular staining or anything that's going to be really difficult to remove in here at all. Coming down the hallway, looks like we have ourselves 2 more bedrooms. A bedroom in here, small bedroom. No major staining. Don't know if that yellow is, but I would imagine it would come out just fine. Then we have a 3rd master bedroom, and there's no irregular staining in here. However, these areas here always kind of pose a little bit of a challenge, just because you know, where the bed sits, it pushes down on the carpet padding, causes the other side to kind of pop up in the middle. There's always a weird shading effect going on there, so of course we use our CRV to try to blend that in as much as we possibly can. So what we will be doing today is 3-phase cleaning. We'll begin with a good pre-vacuum for phase 1. Phase 2 is the application of our pre-spray solution and agitation, so parts A and B of phase 2. And we will be using a cylindrical brush machine today, and then phase 3 we will bring our lines and hoses into the house, fire up the truck, and do a quick steam out. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today, and then we will go down the stairway here as well. So we got ourselves 3 bedrooms, a hall, and a stairway to be cleaned. Alright, you guys, one thing I wanted to point out, there is some animal urine up here, and one thing when you're going through and you're cleaning a place with this animal urine and telltale signs of animals, typically, it might not smell like anything, but a lot of times when you're cleaning, just the act of wetting the carpeting and disturbing things causes odor. One thing that I have begun doing now, since I got this ULV fogger, which is an absolutely awesome addition to whatever you're doing, is that I can easily upsell anything, anytime I go in and find out that there's animals or whatever. This ULV fogger, if you take like a Kill Odor Regular or some other Kill Odor Plus or whatever, some other equivalent product, you can pre-spray the area down. You can even go along a little bit along baseboards and walls and stuff, because those things tend to absorb odors as well. And what that will do is that will just kill any odors. Typically I do it after I do a pre-vacuum and get as much debris out of there as possible, and then I'll put down a deodorizing product. I'll fog it on, and then I will continue working and hooking up stuff. So by the time everything is set up and ready to go, on to the next step, it's had a good 20-30 minutes just to dwell on the carpeting. That works for my cleaning regimen. It may not work for yours, because that gives me some good ample time to have this stuff dwell in the carpeting. and it really does help to knock down any odors. So when you're dealing with potential odors coming up out of the carpet during the cleaning process, this is a super simple thing to upsell, because anybody who has had their carpets, professionally cleaning before in the past is aware of possible odors arising, especially if they have pets. They know that that is a possible issue. So an extra $5 per room, $10 per room just to go through and fog it real quick is an excellent upgrade, and I think it is well worth the money from the customer standpoint as well. And yeah, the benefits involved in doing this is absolutely awesome. So you guys look into a ULV fogger. They're a couple $100, couple $100 to $400, somewhere right around there, depending on the brand that you decide to go with. I went with the more expensive one, and then later realized that there are cheaper ones that are supposedly they're the same way. They're just a little bit different color and designed a little bit differently. But this is a HydroMaster. I know that HydroMaster is top tier product. I don't know if it has the same guts in it as the BG brand name that John Don sells. It looks like it's an identical machine, except that it's about $100 to $120 cost difference. I was told that it was just the brand name, but I honestly have no idea without investigating and looking at the schematics of the actual parts that are involved in the machine. It could be that one of them has Chinese parts and the other one has Austria parts or something like that in it. I have absolutely no idea. So those are things to take in consideration, because when you're looking at things like CRBs, depending on who makes them, where they are made and put together, will greatly affect their cost. So that is something to take in consideration when you're looking at the longevity and durability of a product. Alright, so I've just completed the upstairs area with the fogging. We went through, we did all the walls, lightly misted on the baseboards, the carpeting, the 3 bedrooms, the hallway, everywhere. So if I was charging an extra $5 per area that we're doing, there's an extra $20 that we could have tacked on. We use maybe 32 ounces of cleaning product. I mean, the Kill Odor Plus that we're using mixes about, I think it's 32 ounces per gallon. So you can see it goes a long ways. And we've only used maybe out of that gallon, maybe we used about 16 ounces or whatever to hose down the entire upstairs, fog it on. So your product goes an extremely long ways. It disinfects, and by the time you're done, you're probably making 10 times your investment in the product itself. Okay, let's take a look at this hallway. This is before treatment and agitation with the CRB, and then we'll take a look at what things look like after the application of a pre-spray and the scrubbing with their CRB. Alright, here we are. All we did was a pre-spray and a scrub. And the agitation, I know that so many carpet cleaning companies do not ever do any sort of agitation, but this is night and day difference. I mean, using between the peroxide and our cleaning solution to nail out and attack that urine that was in there, and the combination of our agitation that was provided with the CRB, we were able to lift out all kinds of debris and things that were in the carpeting, And that right there has primed us for a steam out, and you're not even going to be able to tell that there was anything even there, because we are so thorough at lifting out as much debris and contaminants out of the carpeting as we possibly can. So our process is to attempt to obliterate everything and get it ready for extraction. If you can see, walking into these rooms, there's already a night and day difference with the brightness, just due to pulling out all of any matted hair, loose carpet fibers that might be getting extremely dirty, and just kind of clinging to the carpet like Velcro. You also get lint and that sort of stuff in the carpeting as well. If you have an animal, you know that you're getting all kinds of matted hair in the carpeting. And oddly enough, the protein follicles that are attached to all the hair will cause odor over time. So if you don't get that stuff actually out of the carpeting, the carpet is going to smell, especially when you go through the steam cleaning process. You're disturbing all of that and getting it wet, and usually it creates an odor. However, what we've begun doing, like I mentioned earlier in the video, is that we go through with a pretty heavy duty deodorizer. I mean, this is like for hardcore pets and smells and odors and all that. So what we do is we go along all the baseboards, because baseboards are usually made of wood. Wood absorbs odors, and we also, as it comes out of our machine, it comes out in a fine mist, so we also hit all of the walls. And if you are, if you have a place that smells of cigarette smoke or tobacco or anything like that, we can also treat tobacco smoke smell as well. Alright, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are thinking, is a CRB worth it? Well, let's take a look at some of the debris we were able to get out of the carpeting with our CRB. Just look at all that fine, nasty stuff. I mean, everything from fine abrasive debris in there to hair, lint, loose carpet fibers that you otherwise would be breathing in, and I'm sure all that petroleum-based glue and all that stuff is very good for your lungs to be breathing in. So if you're not smoking cigarettes or vaping or doing something else to intoxicate your body, you might as well be breathing in all those carpet fibers. So anyways, I hope that the CRB, you're able to see that in a little bit different light today. And if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, be sure to put them in the comment space below, and I will get to those and address your questions to the best of my knowledge. You guys, the mercury and the temperature of the water is rising up to about 220 right now. We got our hoses and things running in. PSI is about 250 because we did do mechanical agitation via the CRB. And when we do that, less water pressure is required to knock dirt loose from the carpeting, because we've already done that. Now I'm just going back to place guards where guards should be placed, and go ahead and get started on the steam cleaning process in the back room here. We always run our lines to the farthermost corner of the house. That way we know exactly how much hose we need to do the entire place. And it's always the exact amount. I hate fighting hoses, and you should hate it too.